What's up? It's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. We're in the car, but this is actually not a thrifting video if you looked at the title. I hadn't planned to do another studio vlog, but I actually have things besides crocheting that I'm doing right now that I thought would be cool to include. So I'm actually filming this intro after I finished. I went to my studio at work. I actually have a gallery show that I'm installing next week. It's my first ever like completely solo show, so that's really exciting. And I had one piece that I was hoping to make that would kind of be like at the entrance, and I got sick. I was gonna come up to work like New Year's Day or the day afterwards, but I was sick. So it is Friday. I'm installing the work Monday. Opening reception is on Tuesday. So I took some clips of me doing the painting. I think I like it. It didn't turn out 100% how I wanted or how I thought in my head that it was gonna go. So I don't know, I'll have to like sit with it for a day or so, and hopefully it's dry in time. It is oil paints. Luckily at the studio at my work, the air is very dry and there's oil paint dries fast. Anyway, I'm doing that. I'm actually running to Joann to pick up some yarn. I decided I wanted to make a blanket for my grandpa. So I'm gonna be working on that, and then I've got a little bit of a, like, I can't decide if it's gonna be a shrug or a cropped sweater, maybe somewhere in the middle, that I started a little while ago. So I will catch up with you back at home later, and show you what I've been working on. Okay, so it's actually the next day. I did a little bit of crocheting last night. I just filmed another video, so I'm trying to figure out where I put my projects. So I went out today and got some frames for some of my drawings for the gallery show. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more work on that probably tomorrow, and then it's Saturday, so Monday we'll set up. But crochet project wise, I didn't bring all the colors up here, but to start off, the blanket I'm gonna make for my grandpa. This is the Karen 1 pound that I got in the color Espresso, and it's probably a little dark and I'm barely started enough to tell, but alpine stitch is my favorite thing for flow blankets, for throw blankets. I think the stitch just looks like super elegant. So got started working on his throw blanket. This one is very experimental and I'm excited about it. This is gonna be a raglan. Like I said, either like a shrug or a cropped sweater, I'm not really sure, but I, over the last few months, either bought or saved scraps from different skeins of like black, white, gray yarn, and I also have this Bernat lattice in black and red that I'm sort of just arbitrarily putting stripes in wherever. I'm not sure how I feel about this light gray yet, if that's like too out of the box different, but I'm gonna do a few more rows and see how it integrates before I decide on that. So just kind of free-forming. Now that I finally understand raglans, I've been wanting to do them more and more just for something different, so that's what we're working on currently. I will probably film some clips later today and catch up with you tomorrow as far as gallery stuff goes. Good morning. It is like a little after 7, I think, on Sunday morning. It is supposed to... Okay, sorry, my video was doing something weird. It's supposed to storm later, and I need to go pick up my artwork from the studio, which I plan to do today, so I can just like have everything together in one spot when I load up the car for installation tomorrow. So I'm gonna go get it now before it's like storming really bad. So I happened to wake up early, so I was like, whatever. So we're on our way to do that. Okay, so it is Wednesday. My gallery opening was last night. It was so great. A ton of people, my friends and colleagues, a bunch of people showed up. It was so very sweet. My parents came down to visit and they took us out to dinner afterwards, which was really nice. And then they came back over again this morning and just like hung out a little bit before they went home. They live about 4 hours away, so it's not a terrible drive, but it was still really, really sweet that they came. I actually have already sold 3 pieces, which is a little shocking to me. A lot of my work is really conceptual, and it's not always necessarily, like, it doesn't always have like mass appeal for people wanting to purchase things. So I do have a few though that I put in that some people purchased, which is so cool. I just like, my intention with this, or my hope with this, was just to like showcase my work, and I'm trying to like network and like get more integrated into the arts community here. So I didn't really have expectations for selling anything, so that kind of blew my mind, but that is very exciting. Yeah, it was a great day. It was still a long night, even though the reception was only 2 hours, but I definitely feel worn out today, mentally and physically, but in a great way. I haven't really got a ton of crocheting done because the last handful of days I've just been focusing on the show. I am working on this thing. I think I've only got like a row or 2 done since I last showed you, but I do have a little bit of work stuff to take care of before we go back from winter break next week, but otherwise the rest of this week I'm just gonna like chill and crochet. We're also supposed to get snow and like severe weather later this week / weekend, so we went grocery shopping today, and my plan is to just stay inside for the rest of the week and just be cozy and warm. So I am going to catch up on my audiobook that I'm listening to and keep working on this. Been a couple hours. I'm about to call it a night. This is how far I got. I think it is about ready to split off the sleeves, so I will be working on that tomorrow. I'm gonna give my hands a break for the rest of the night. Good morning. Please excuse my hair. I haven't brushed it yet today. And my desk is a little bit of a mess. We recently got a 3D printer and have been having lots of fun. I have not tried it out yet, but I printed a it's on backwards, but a tension ring. I've always wanted to try one, so I might be doing that sometime today. So over the last few days I did get a lot of work done on this, but the sleeve, the armhole is too big. I've tried decreasing some stitches, but like compared to, it's like a little more fitted in the chest area, and then the sleeve holes are huge. So this is cropped, but I'm gonna do like a little bit of ribbing down here. But I am going to undo this part of the bottom, and take out a couple rows and then reattach the sleeves. So that's what we're doing this morning. Okay, so I think I'm gonna adjust my strategy a little bit. I pulled everything out. I have done the first like row and a half of the chest part. I think I'm going to start one of the sleeves now, so that way if it's still too big, if it's some sort of problem, then I haven't, you know, done the rest of the work on the chest as well. I don't want it to be too small. I took out 2 rows of the, of the yoke, I think is what you would call that. But if it's too small, it'll get, the fabric will be like tight under your armpits and like not feel good when your arms are down. So I don't want it to be too small. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try that, and hopefully that'll work a little better for me. Hello, it's time for an update. It's been a few days, I think, since I last filmed some clips, but I've just been making slow progress, so I haven't checked in yet. I also this week was back at work after winter break, so I've been quite busy and haven't been crocheting as much. But last we checked in, I was pulling things out of this to make it shorter, well, like shorter this way. I guess I was taking off some of the rounds before I did the sleeves because the armhole was too big, so rectified that, did the torso portion, and I think I'm about maybe a little over, just like a touch over halfway done with the first sleeve. So this is going very well. I am hoping, it's Friday, I'm hoping to finish this over this long weekend. We do not have school on Monday because it's Martin Luther King. As far as my blanket, which I will definitely not be finishing by the time this vlog is done, this is how far I've gotten. The pattern I have planned, like the color pattern, is there's like this big chunk of brown and then the cream and the light brown and the cream, and then this like tealish color is gonna be a big stripe like the brown. So the plan is to do like these little stripes in between the big stripes, and I'm thinking about 5 of the big stripes, or until it's long enough, so we'll see how that ends up panning out. But yeah, this has been a little bit slower going. This is Alpine Stitch, which I love, but it wears my hands out faster than just like this, which is half double crochets. So I've been having to like take a lot of breaks, and it's kind of slow going, but that's okay because it's going to be cold, especially in Missouri, for a number of months. So I can definitely get this to my grandpa before it's too warm for it. So that's where we're at. I'm planning on trying to get quite a bit done today, but that's our update for now. It's the next day. I have done quite a bit of work. Last night I finished the sleeve and did the cuff, and then because I'm using scraps, I've started like thinking about what colors I wanted to use for the collar and the hem along the bottom. So I went ahead and did those first so I could make sure I had enough of those colors left before doing this last sleeve. So I've got 2-tone collar. It's just back loop, single crochet for ribbing, and then on the bottom I've got a few colors going on here. I thought the gradient was kind of cool. So I'm gonna take a break, eat some dinner. I don't know if I'm gonna start this other sleeve tonight. It is Saturday. It's a long weekend because Monday is Martin Luther King. So I'm hoping to finish this weekend. Maybe I'll get lucky and finish the sleeve tomorrow, but that's where we're at for now. I am really liking it. That's the back, that's why the stripes are weird, but really liking it so far. I'll check in with you later. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I wouldn't normally wear it just with leggings and a tank top, but I just wanted to throw it on to show. I wanted to make it super cropped. I know for a lot of people that's not really practical at all, but my shoulders and like upper arms get cold really easily, so I wanted something that I could just like throw on that wouldn't make me too hot, that I could wear over a dress or something to work. I was really unsure at first when I started this part if I was gonna like the sort of like haphazard scrappiness of it, but I really do. I'm really happy with how it turned out, so yay. That is gonna be where I end this quite long span of time for this studio vlog. Thank you so much for coming along with me. My gallery show is still going on. It's got a couple weeks left, so I'm excited for more people to get to see it. I'm not really any much further on the blanket than the last time you saw, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to get that done in this video, but still working on the blanket. Finished this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. I post videos 2 to 3 times a month. Thanks so much for watching this one. See you next time.